Welcome everyone to a short bid showdown between Captain Morgan as the Ogre Kingdoms going up against Llama as the forces of Tzeentch. Now we're going to be playing on the Cathay Plains and a super fun matchup to come here. So starting with Tzeentch, 4 units of the Forsaken on the front line, backed up by 5 units of the Blue Horrors and then 3 units of the Pink Horrors. Dotted in the middle, we are also going to be having Exalted Pink Horrors, so they're going to be bringing the additional Arcane Mirth, plus some also better melee stats and range stats. So 2 units of those here in the middle, and for the Lord choice, we're going to have the Herald of Tzeentch with the Tzeentch magic on a big, beautiful disc. So here with the Arcane Conduit and the Fires of Change, we're also going to have the spells of the Treason of Tzeentch, which is rather interesting, the Blue Fire of Tzeentch, the Pink Fire of Tzeentch, and then the abilities of the Chromatic Tome, the Locus of Conjuration, and the Opal Amulets. So really interesting Tzeentch build here, going super wide, really relying here on the mass range. So for the Ogre Kingdoms, 3 units of the Cheap Noblars in the front. On the flanks, we are going to be having Saber-Tusk packs. So 2 over here on the right-hand side. We're going to be having some Ogre Ball Iron Fists. In the back here, in the very, very back though, we are going to have the Powder Guts, the Regiment of Renowned, a kind of range/melee hybrid unit, which also bring the adaptive tactics. They can also fire whilst moving, which is really cool. Also with the immune to psychology, making them a rather powerful overall unit. But coming in at 1,950 gold cost, of course, they are going to need to bring the entire kitchen sink. So 3 units of the Iron Guts here in the middle, bringing mass armor plus 100 armor piercing weapon strength, and backed up by more Ogre Ball Iron Fists, bringing those nice bronze shields here for protection. We're also going to be having the Slaughtermaster of Beasts here today, who is going to be having the Wild Heart and the Blood Cleaver, with the abilities of the Transformation of Gudon, the Amber Spear, and then also extra ingredients. For the hero, we are going to have the Hunter here on a Stonehorn. Very, very, strong pick here in the multiplayer scene, especially here in Landbattle. So no abilities here on the bad boy, but he's going to be an absolute nuisance to take down. Now, one thing here that Tzeentch can struggle with is big entities. They really, really can struggle at times. But we certainly have some good units here that we could use to take down the big Stonehorn, but it's going to take a lot of ammunition. So shooting here in the front line up against Noblars, I did make a bit of a mistake in the previous video. They do actually have expendable, which means if they do break, nobody really cares. So they're not going to be effective leadership at all. So here we're going to be fighting up against the Slaughtermaster of Beasts. He probably wants to get out some casts as quickly as possible. So nice early cast there coming from Captain Morgan of the extra ingredients. Really trying to save mana up here to get a Manticore ASAP. Definitely want to be getting up in the sky here up against the Herald. And in the back though, we do actually have some of the Powder Guts. They definitely want to be getting forward and shooting up against the Herald of Tzeentch. It looks like he's going to be casting, and we're actually might be getting a Transformation of Gudon here in the middle. And a Manticore does come to the battlefield. That usual screech that we are used to as this feral beast comes from the Chaos Wastes to charge here up against the Herald Tzeentch caster. But Blue Flame here coming to the backside of the Slaughtermaster. And this is going to be devastating. This Manticore could butt slam up against the Herald Tzeentch caster. He is not made for melee combat. Opal Amulet has been activated. He is going to be getting away. 105 speed for him. Only 85 there for the Pharaoh Manticore. Definitely want him now to see just keeping the pressure on the caster. Keep him away. Keep him on his toes. Also, we're going to be bolstering most of the Forsaken in the front line, but of course we do need to get in the back here amongst the mass range. We can see Pink Fire just flying at the front line, going into the backsides here of the Noblars. But the Stonehorn, he's in and he means business. Look at those shoulders. He was built to slam and get those big, ginormous tusks into the meat and flesh of these Blue Horrors. In the backside, though, we are going to have the Powder Guts eventually joining the battle line here. Slaughtermaster is going to go into the trees, find a little bit of sanctuary there, hopefully getting away from the nice flames of the Tzeentch caster. But we are still going to be chasing with the Manticore. That orange kind of tinge there is going to kind of show off that he is going to get desummoned rather soon. We do actually see the Rampage here, so we now will fight in melee combat, but this could be a huge risk coming from Llama, but luckily the Manticore goes down before any serious damage has been partaken here from the caster. So Blue Flame's coming out. Looks like it's going to cast it yet again up against the Slaughtermaster. Slaughtermaster will key in combat, but that is some tremendous damage indeed. Looks like, I think he was trying to cast another Manticore there, but I think getting hit by the Blue Flame did stop him. So we do try Pink Flame here into the backside of the Saber-Tusks. Of course, that will reduce the armor, giving the Blue Horror certainly a better chance of fighting in melee combat. But the Saber-Tusk with 70 weapon strength will just shred through these little blue boys. Over on the right hand side, we are going to use the faction ability here, trying to get that damage on the Slaughtermaster. Hopefully, sadly we're not going to see the bombardment there, but we are actually going to have the Pink Horrors now fighting hand to hand up against the Iron Guts. In the backside, we have the Exalted Pinks. They're going to be firing to the front line here of the Ogre Ball Iron Fists. And yes, they do have bronze shields, but they've still only got 40 armor, so the shields aren't facing the correct direction. They're still going to be taking that full brunt. In the middle here, the Slaughtermaster just going to be butchering many of the Pink Horrors. Not too much to really right here on the battlefield. We can see quite a bit of damage coming from the Hunter. And with the Stonehorn, a bit surprised that we're not going to be seeing more magic. Having healing here for the big boy would be incredibly powerful alongside 2 Stonehorns. But Pink Fire coming from left, right to center, just smashing on the big burly beast as he fights there in the middle pocket. So what that card effect is going to be fighting, we are going to have Noblars compromising the Blue Horrors. More of the Noblars here going to be kind of just compromising Pink Horrors, preventing them from fighting, doing what Noblars do best, which is be expendable chaff here for the faction of the Ogre Kingdoms. In the middle, the Powder Guts are going to be just spraying and praying here into Blue Horrors, going to be firing into the back line of Pink Horrors as well, as the Forsaken try and drag down this ginormous, beautiful beast. And sadly, I just don't think they've got the firepower here to deal with an element as large as this. In the back, getting away here, so the Lord Choice is going to be landing low, and he's going to be firing those pink shots, and looks like he's going to be aiming here after some of the Ogre Ball Iron Fists. The Lord Choice is going to be in the back, he's going to be fighting, trying to use that Blood Cleaver as much as he ogrely can, just trying to get as much healing as he can, make sure those Blue Flames really can't take him down too quickly. In the backside though, we do see a lot of the Ogres here really whittling down on numbers, and that card effect of the Hunter has pretty much come to its end. It's going to be down to 2,000 HP. Soon it will be breaking, but of course we still get those charge bonuses. We are going to be increasing that leadership and keeping them going there, which will be rather nice indeed. So you can see charging even that plus 15 leadership, which is really, really handy when you're under missile fire. In the backside, we do see quite a few broken units here of the Noblons getting chased off by Forsaken. That's a bit of an expensive push there, I must say so. But for the main battle line, we do actually see a very healthy unit of Powder Guts coming through. They'll definitely butcher the face off here of the Exalted Pink Horrors. On the sides, we see Iron Guts fighting up against Forsaken. Really bad for the Forsaken. Of course, they're heavily armored, but you know, they don't have much armor piercing in return. Iron Guts have both, so it's not going to be too good here, sadly. So it's going on the Blue Flame going up against the Slaughtermaster. I can't help but think they'd actually be more useful here up against the Stonehorn. This card effect has been an absolute thorn in the side here. And oh, the Amber Spear just misses up against the Herald of Tzeentch Magic. That was crazy. That could have been a 360 no-scope there coming from the Beastcaster, and definitely could have finished off the Tzeentch Herald there very, very quickly. Pink Flame coming through the lines, trying to catch as much of the infantry as possible. With the Monstrous Infantry, not going to get taken down too much, but actually the armor sundering there is actually going to be quite useful in fighting in melee combat up against the Exalted Pink Horrors. The Lord Choice is going to be in. We do actually see the Powder Guts doing what Powder Guts do best, which is pretty much slash everything with bucketloads of armor piercing. Stonehorn in the back is going to be trying to fight the Pink Horrors, but we do see here quite a lot of them are going to be free, so they're going to be spraying and praying here up against the Powder Guts. We do actually get a Blue Flame in the back. Going to be very good damage here up against the Hunter. He's going to be down to 1.4k, really low on the leadership here. That charge bonus solely is going to be keeping him alive. Balance of power is going to be in the Ogre Kingdom favour, with a tremendous game so far. We do see Forsaken and Iron Fist getting pushed off the edge of the map. We have Iron Guts coming through here into the backside, and a brilliant break here. The treason of Tzeentch coming forward up against the Hunter. Brilliant work there coming from Llama, the Son of the Mountains legend, really putting on a show here for us today. We do see the Haunter, of course, going down with that negative 16 leadership thanks to the spell. That's going to cause a break, and now the very fast Tzeentch caster on this disc can just push off the Hunter to the edge of the map, showing some really elite gameplay for sure. In the backside here, Iron Guts going to be fighting up against the Pink Horrors. This nice little line is actually going to allow a few of them at the back here to shoot into the pocket up against the Iron Guts, so they can hold them back whilst also shooting. That's a bit of a tricky trait there, I must say so. In the middle, Exalted Pink's going to be fighting up against the Slaughtermaster as well here as the Iron Guts, and we actually get a free unit of the Big Horrors, but the legendary Noblars return to save the Ogre Kingdoms in their dying need time. They're going to be fighting to the backside, good rear charge, trying to compromise as many as Noblar possible as we try and really just take them down and hopefully try and save as many of the Powder Guts as possible. Sadly, Forsaken, nice stuff there. Dismember has been used, the faction ability here of the Ogre Kingdoms. We are going to slow down the Forsaken, try and see if we can butcher the face off the Exalted Pink Horrors before we get into melee combat here with the Forsaken. Now, of course, Powder Guts, they have bucketloads of armor piercing, so they really can get through those adaptive tactics, as they will more than likely be losing in combat here. They're very low on health. So they are actually going to be getting those bolster melee stats. Plus 24-24 is absolutely no joke there. So they are going to be fighting alongside the Slaughtermaster. He needs to fight as much as possible. But that is going to be army losses. GG's and well played here to Captain Morgan and the Ogre Kingdoms. My God, what a battle here between both of these fantastic Shortbeard players. I can't wait to kick off Season 6. Should hopefully be starting Monday next week. So if anybody that is interested, that is a new player here in the tournament scene, and you'd like to get some more experience up against strictly new players, then do feel free to let me know. Now here for the Slaughtermaster of Beasts, 1,300 damage value, very good stuff, 171 kills, 1.4k there for the Hunter. Maybe double Hunter Stonehorn with also the, maybe the Maulcaster coming with a bit of healing. Could have been quite dangerous in this matchup. That would have been very interesting to see. 1,950, so exactly paying for themselves there. The Powder Guts doing some good work indeed. 1,160 for the Iron Guts, 144 kills, just proving why they're so good going up against the Tzeentch faction. So 420 there for the last Iron Guts, 350, 550, and 300 for the Iron Fists, with 280 and 350 for the Saber Tusks. We are going to have 91, 20, and 50 there for the Noblars, and a very good performance there from DBD Captain Morgan. So for the Son of the Mountains Legend Llama, we are going to have 1,600 damage value for the Tzeentch Caster, 470, 460, 600, and 620 there for the Forsaken of Tzeentch. Doing relatively well, I must say so. 1,400 for the Pink Horrors, 650, and 480. The Exalted's coming in at 950 and 1,400. So pretty good performance there from the Pink Horrors overall, with the Blues coming at 170, 400, 450, 290, and 600. So really, really good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, please smash that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below with all your thoughts and opinions, and subscribe if you haven't already. I've been your boy Logic. Take care of yourselves, and I'll be seeing you all very, very soon.